Howdy, with this video I want to do two things. One, I want to show you how to download documents out of Google Docs as Word documents so you can send them to me as an email attachment. Then two, I want to go over the sample essay in Schoology that I put up today. We didn't have a TV in the room, so it would have been kind of hard to get everybody around my little screen. And plus this way you can kind of slow down, if you need to pause or anything as we do the video. But to create a basic MLA paper in Google Docs, it should be formatted a very precise way, and I'm about to show you how to do that. First, you should have your last name and the page number in a header. So we're going to go to Insert, and we're going to go down to Insert Page Number. If you just hit Insert Header and type the number 1 in, it's going to say all your pages are number 1, and we want your header to count the pages. So we're going to go to Page Number, and we're going to do the first option here in the right-hand corner. You want that 1, 2, otherwise it's going to start with a title page and 0. We don't want that. Don't use title pages in MLA formatting except for the first page with title page information, which I'll show you here in a second. You're going to click on that. Puts the number in the right-hand corner like we want it. We're going to type in our last name, or the student's last name, and that's it. Just double-click below the header, and you'll get out of it. Then we want to go ahead and double space the essay. Use this up and down line spacing arrow here and go to double. Then you're going to type in your name, my name, the class, and then the date, military style, you want the day, the month, then the year. And then for your title, you're going to center it. So you're going to come up to this arrow here and get off a line left and get into centering. Then you're going to put your title there, whatever, depending on what the assignment's going to be. You go to the next line, and you want to make sure you get back into a line left so you're not centering everything. You're going to tab once for a paragraph. Then you're going to start your document. Hopefully you're going to do something a little more legible than what I just did. You need to make sure you give your document a title. I'll do Jane Smith College Prep. So we have it as a title. So this is how it should look in MLA formatting. Again, your last name, page number, and the header, that should be on, and that should count your pages as you go. Title page information goes in the top left-hand corner. It's only on page 1. Then you send your title, then you have the body, then you have your essay proper there. And this information just should only be on page 1 again. But to save it, you want to go to File, and then you want to go to Download, and I want you to download it as a Word document. Might do several different things. Sometimes it opens it up on a computer. Yeah, that's what's going to happen on mine. Sometimes you might get the little box down there in the corner as a download. Now we got to wait for my Word to open, which will take about 20, 30 minutes here. So we'll just stare at each other. It's going to open here. Once it's in Word, you can save it. Again, if you don't have Word on your computer, it'll probably just ask you if you want to save it to your hard drive, and you do. So I'm just going to File, go to Save As, and you just want to put it into whatever folder you're going to put it into. And then once you're there, then you can go ahead and get into where your email account and send it to me. If you're going to be draft or whatever. And then you're just going to upload that. And again, it should be as a Word document. I got to go find where I put it. Here it is. And it shows it's a docx document, which means it's a Word document, and then you can send it to me. And then I'll get it. That's how you do it out of Google Docs. It's an extra step or two, but you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars for Microsoft Word simply to take this class, which we don't want you to do. The other thing I want to show you, if you go to the course in Schoology and down to Help Resources, You'll see the sample essay I put on here. It's down here at the bottom. You're also going to see I made commentary on the essay to kind of point out certain things. One first thing you should notice, make it bigger, is that it's formatted correctly. I got the student's last name and page number in the header. You got the title page information here. You got the centered title. And then we have the essay. You'll notice in the first paragraph, the student introduces herself. She's one of my dual enrollment students at Sullivan Central. You can see she's very active. Just kind of giving you a sense of what kind of student she is and what she's doing with her life right now. Same thing I want you to do. You may not have high school clubs you're in. You may, I don't know. But you may have, volunteer things you do at your church or youth groups or things like that. That counts kind of too as part of your education, right? Somewhere in here you want to get a definition of self-regulated learning or growth mindset. I'll show you how to put this into your essay next week, but basically I want you to, this one's formatted as a summary. If it was quote, it should be in quote marks and word for word. But you have the little citation here that's going to give us the first words on your works cited page. If you're not familiar with MLA formatting, don't panic. I'm not really going to grade on this. I just want you to start practicing citing sources when you use them in your essay. But you're going to introduce yourself, maybe give the definition, then get to your thesis. This is a very formulaic essay, so you want to write towards a formula for this one. We'll get away from formulaic writing pretty quick, though. So if you're thinking, oh, man, are we going to do this all year long? It's like, no. We're going to move away from this 5-paragraph format. But we want to start with what we know, right? So as a self-regulated learner, I've become successful at planning and organizing my work, controlling the learning environment around me to reduce distractions, and asking questions until I'm sure that I've learned the material. She's got 3 distinct points straight from the profile points that we read about for the first reflection. That's what I'm looking for. Be sure you're using the language from those profile points. You can kind of go in your own direction once you kind of establish that, but make sure it's clear that you're coming straight from the assignment sheet. And then she's going to spend a paragraph on planning and organizing her work. You want to make sure you give good examples. If you're good at organizing, how do you do that? Do you have planners? Do you have a folder for each class, and if they're all color-coded and got the sticky notes, or however it is you do that? And if you're going to choose something you're not particularly good at, why aren't you good at planning and organizing? What's your desk look like? What is, if you all your papers from every class is just stuffed into one folder and you don't know what's going on, then that's, you're giving good examples. Then you can also say, well, here's what I could do to be a little bit better, right? But she's going to talk about things she's good at, which is perfectly fine. Sometimes I'll point out, an example could use a little more development. She could talk about it a little bit more, and kind of complain about her just stopping in the middle of a thought when she ends her paragraph. Each body paragraph should start with a good topic sentence, have good body development with examples and figurative language, and good development, and then you should end with a good concluding sentence for the paragraph in the body. And I'm not going to read this whole thing. You could read faster than I can talk. But fairly good essay. Again, kind of complaining about how she ends paragraphs. But otherwise, other than that, she's meeting the obligations to the assignment. And then in the conclusion, wanted to be a little more precisely developed. Kind of gives a sense of what the future looks like. Is self-regulated learning going to help you in college? It's going to help you in your career, in your family life. If you come from a big family and you don't have a plan, things get chaotic very, very quickly, at least in my family. I'll show you how to do the works cited page probably in another video for next week once you finish the peer reviews. But like I said, I'm just going to tell you how to do this, and then we're going to work with that future essays in a lot more detail. But that sample essay is out there, right there on Schoology. Wanted to go over it just super quickly, make sure you knew it was there. And again, I wanted to make sure you knew how to format essays and download them, and so you can send them to me via the email attachment. If you have questions, be sure to let me know. Hope that helps a little, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Whoops, got to turn it off. Bye-bye.